Hi beautiful, welcome to or back to my channel. It has been a minute, it's 2020 and I'm so ready for it. And I'm so excited to start the year sharing this video with you because I'm talking about how to use the energy of the moon. I've been tuning into and using the energy of the moon for a while now. And I'm pretty sure some of my family members and friends think I've boarded the train to Crazy Town, but I don't care because personally I believe that my moon rituals have played a big part in my manifestations and my healing. So if you want to jump on the train with me and learn how to use the energy of the moon, stay tuned. So the first thing to understand is that the moon goes through a cycle every 30-ish days. And during each cycle it goes through 8 different phases, but for the purpose of this video we're just going to focus on the 2 most potent phases, which is the new moon and the full moon. Another thing to remember is that the energies on a new moon and a full moon are completely different and therefore require completely different rituals, and you shouldn't be doing the same thing on both days. So the new moon is the night when you can't see the moon in the sky, it's completely dark, it's not reflecting any of the sun's light towards Earth and it appears to be completely black. You can think of the new moon as a blank canvas, and this is a great time for setting your intentions, for painting your masterpiece, you know. This is when you want to be writing down your goals, setting your intentions, planting seeds, starting new projects, anything that's new. Whereas the full moon is the night when obviously the moon is the brightest in the sky. The energy of the full moon is illuminating everything. So you know, there have been myths all throughout history about the full moon. It tends to bring up anything to the surface, including human emotion. You know, secrets start to get exposed. People turn a little bit crazy on a full moon. People tend to get more violent because the full moon illuminates everything and intensifies everything. Full moon is a time for reflection, seeing as it's lighting everything up, and also releasing anything that you want to let go of. So now you understand the difference between the new and the full moon and the different energies that it carries. We can get into the good stuff, which is the rituals that you can do. Obviously the first thing you need to do is track the moon so you know which phase it's in. I use a free app for iPhone called Moon Plus. I don't know if they have it on Android, but it's simply a moon calendar. I don't know if you can see that, and you can see on each day which phase the moon is in, and then obviously you can pre-plan for the new and the full moons and put it in your diary. In terms of the preparation for your rituals, that part is exactly the same on a new and a full moon, and that is setting your environment and setting yourself up mentally, emotionally, spiritually for the ritual. You want to clean your space and clean yourself. Simply take a shower or have an incredible herbal bath. I have a whole other video explaining all about that, which I will link up in the cards for you. Go and check that out. Light a candle, sage your space, and meditate so that you can center yourself, ground yourself, shut out the noise of the outside world and really get into the zone for your ritual. Simply take a pen and a piece of paper, or I actually have a specific notebook that I dedicate just to my new moon rituals. This is how into it I am, you guys. I take this thing very seriously, but it's up to you. You can just take a piece of paper if you want, but I like to have all of my past new moon rituals written down so I can go back and reflect. It's up to you. And you simply want to write down your intentions, your goals, the things you want to manifest, the things you want to change, and any new projects or things that you want to start, any new habits you want to implement, just anything new. And read back through your list, either in your head or out loud, and more importantly, really feel the emotion behind your intentions, because it's one thing to just logically know, but it's the feeling that really attracts it into your life. So imagine what you're going to feel like once that thing manifests, or just feel the joy that you feel every time you visualize this thing that you want or this new project that you want to start. And then just close your notebook and put it to the side, or if it's a piece of paper, maybe just fold it over and put it somewhere in your space that you can go back to later. And that is that for new moon. So again, take a piece of paper and a pen, but this time, instead of writing down what you want to manifest and invite into your life and create, you want to write down the things that you want to release from your life. And then once you have your list of things, sit with the emotions that they bring up, because as I said, the full moon tends to intensify our emotions, so they will come up as you're going through this list. Just sit there and allow yourself to feel the emotion for a little bit. Then read over them one by one, again, either out loud or in your head. Take a deep breath and just simply say, I release you. And again, focus on the feeling, focus on how you will feel when you finally let go of this thing. And just sit with that for a couple of minutes. Then my favorite part of this ritual is to dispose of that piece of paper, but in a somewhat dramatic or poetic way. So you could just obviously dash the paper in the bin, but that doesn't really feel very special or meaningful. So I like to do something a little bit more dramatic. You can burn the piece of paper safely, obviously, or you could rip the piece of paper up and flush it down the toilet. Just something that really symbolizes, I am letting this thing go. It's just gonna help you to really feel that this is working, you know, that you are truly releasing this thing now, and the physical act of it kind of just finalizes that decision. And then the final step of this ritual is to then release any of the excess emotion that's left over from reflecting on those things. 2 ways to do this is to exercise or to dance. I usually like to just dance. Make sure you check out my herbal bath video, because that is a very powerful thing to do on a new or a full moon. And until the next one, I wish you health, wealth, and high vibrations.